have for breakfast today?
Bacon.
Bacon. Bacon's good. Bacon makes the world go round. Wars are fought over bacon for a very good reason. Because it's good. News or not? Hmm?
He's perked up a lot after spewing.
Good. Dr. Ben?
Oh, so you can say that. Probably not calling him. Sometimes it can be just like a...
Bug?
Yeah.
Someone stole your Harley again.
Yep.
Good sleeping weather tonight. Cool, but not cold. Belly full of bacon. I'll have bacon dreams now. If you bacon it, they will come.
Keep baking it.
Sitting name movies, but replace the word with bacon. What words can you think of? Close Encounters of the Third Bacon. Star Bacon. Once Upon a Bacon. I mean, you haven't come up with one yet. Just thinking of bacon.
No, I was just trying to
Placing
think.
movies with bacon in it. Night of the Living Bacon. The bacon strikes back.
Like bacon for chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like water for chocolate.
Probably others.
The bacon off the round table.
Mm-hmm. A space bacon.
What?
A space bacon instead of a space odyssey.
Oh.
When you walk in a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the bacon. At the end of a storm, there's a golden light and the sweet of the bacon. Bacon is a necessity of life. It probably is the meaning of life. Probably way too early. We're probably on early tonight and everyone's still
No,
asleep.
it's 8:30.
Oh, yeah, but they had, what, Friday night, drinky poos, lots of drugs, arguments. They're probably sort of just heading off to bed now.
Could be.
We generally get all our news from the people that go in our room as to what's happening.
Yes, that's true.
As we wouldn't know.
It's so dangerous.
Hmm?
People sleeping in, I suppose.
Saw a bit of Tucker's chat last night. He's looking real good, isn't he? Looking healthy.
What do people call him? The grey fox.
I don't know, do they?
Yeah, the women.
Let's get these papers up in the next couple of weeks. I don't think our kids are going to rush around and say, oh, we'll give you a hand. Just say my hands will get torn. They'll
Oh.
get sore.
I don't mind doing it. It's going to take me longer.
Yes, I might even call the guy that's going to be doing the paving later, get him to stack them where he wants them.
You can't really do it until the guys put on the, what's the name anyway?
What?
The
Oh, you mean the screen on top of the fence?
Yeah, you can't really
Well,
do
yeah,
it.
no, that'll get done before the pavers do, for sure. Definitely. I'll speak to the brickies when they're here and see if they do my design of the steps at the door here and that down the back.
What design?
Hmm?
What design?
Having steps come off the end of the fresco, and the steps come out the door here while we're doing the brickwork.
Why not at the front of the alfresco?
Hello, Jojo is here. Hello, Jojo. Jojo was a man who thought he was alone. La, da, 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 da. Get back. Get back from where you once belonged, Jojo. Actually, his real name is Billy. Jojo, you know that?
What?
Billy, as in Billy Joel, the
Ah.
piano man. What if you do any classical work on that piano?
Yeah, well, I need some music for my videos, Jojo. Can you write your own
Oh,
music?
You write his own music and
Yeah.
then you can use it for your videos.
Then
yeah.
I won't get struck
Stop
through.
whatever he's doing now for the next 6 months and do
Yep.
that for you? Yeah. No problem.
It has to be your music though, Jojo. Please.
Banging out on the ivories, eh? Mr. Magic, Jojo, ladies and gentlemen. I remember when rock was young. What's up, man? Yo, there you go. Yeah, no, good. Yeah, no worries. Hannah, we're going good. Yeah, bro. Just kidding. There you go. You show him a vid. You can show him an unlisted vid. So if you do a video, unlist it, and then give a link to Jojo,
Okay.
he can look at it.
Okay.
I don't know if you can download it. Then he can add a track to it, or send a track to you. By
Okay, right. Do a video. Make it unlisted.
Good evening, Louise. How are you?
And yep, I can do that. It'll take me a couple of days though, because
Easy tools to sing. I reckon Jojo might sing as well, but he's just not done it yet. You know what I mean? Usually if you've got an aptitude on the piano or a guitar, you can sing a little. Jojo's album coming out by Christmas. What's the title of the album? Crush That Fat Boy. They use Magic's program.
I have never heard that. I've got oh damn, can't think of the name of it now.
What, for music?
Yes, but I don't know how to use it. I've got a Mac computer, Jojo. So do you know what program I'm talking about? I can make my own music, but I don't know how to use it.
Hasn't actually asked you anything or explained what she's talking about, but I'm sure you figured it out, Jojo.
Garage
Being
Band.
intuitive.
That's it. Garage. It's called Garage Band.
No, it's just Apple application.
I can make music.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just said Garage is okay on Mac.
Yeah. I
Easy.
don't. Yes. I don't know how to use it though.
With other instructions.
I have to watch videos on it.
Hello, print. Seed and seedlings. We had bacon today, so we're not really with it, you know what I mean? Get that big hit when you have bacon. Man, it was good. Crunchy, bacony, crusty bread.
Well, I'll still put a video together, and I'll do what you're saying, unlist it, and let you look at it. Because it'd be cool to have someone's music that I know on my video, and then I can put credit it to you.
We'll put score, Jojo.
So you know how to use the Garage Band
There
one.
you go. He's going to do a video.
Oh, cool.
All he's got to do is drop you a link to an unlisted
Listed,
video, and you
yeah.
can watch it. Very kind of you, Jojo.
I think it's even on the iPhones, so you can learn it too.
Ah, can't be bothered. I'll just sing badly.
Thank you.
Sunday. There you go. What's happening in the world of YouTube? We tend to just catch up with people at this time of night. I do a couple of videos during the day, but popped in and saw Tucker for a while. He looks pretty good. It's pleasing. His health is improving daily, which is good. Soon he'll be able to grow an ass again, because apparently he doesn't have a bottom. I think they took 1 for 2. Like, gave him a heart and took both cheeks of his butt in exchange. Probably donated to somebody that needed an ass.
Well,
There's plenty of arseless people around the world that would like a couple of chunky bits of meat.
Well, you've got an ass on your arm,
Have I?
on your burn.
Oh, yeah.
They grafted from your bum to your arm.
Yep. So nothing extraordinary happened. Someone made outlandish claims not backed up by any evidence, but called it a fact.
It's the weekend. People shouldn't be worried
Broken up,
about
the
that.
rest want to kill each other, and that's how it's been. Slow. Yeah, it sounds like a normal day. No new characters appearing. Like every now and then there's a new character that comes along. It's like, you know, there's an old saying that everybody gets the chance to shine. What a lot of the so-called, you know, self-professed legends of YouTube are fading away into nothingness. I make my own bacon and egg roll in the morning because the coffee shop chose at $7.50. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Hey, Print, so you're in England.
Absurd.
In England, Print went to a boot sale and bought heaps of stuff to sell on his eBay. I want to sort of get into doing that. I love like antiques and
I was saying to
second-hand
Mrs.
stuff.
Here you go, Brent, tell me what you think. A little business called Knick Knack Paddywhacks, buying and selling. How's that sound? That's what I told the missus she should do.
I actually think there's somebody already got that name.
Don't know.
No, I have
So
my
it wouldn't be copyrighted.
trademark.
Knick Knack Paddywhack, give it a go.
No, Mystic Angels.
No,
Why?
you got to be like rag and bone man.
No, you don't.
Can't say, hi, I'm Mystic Angel and I've come to buy stuff off you.
Yeah, that's right.
Now all these old Fruit Loops are calling up.
Trouble is, I have to control myself because I want to keep everything I buy.
Hello, Chamo.
Give me one with brain to speak to you. Can keep the 500 zombies and have your own concert.
I'm not part of that. People saying, oh, I've been around a long time, but it's like a prescribed label. Oh, you're OG. No, I'm not. Just been around a long time. Don't label me.
Ah,
I'll bring out my old man card. Don't
doesn't,
pick on an old man, all right?
doesn't matter if there's a label for it.
OG. It's like you're a separate elitist group, and I ain't part of any elitist group. Nice. Pair of golf shoes, 100. 10 quid. Brilliant. 900% markup. Kit Kat, you've been around since the dawn of
I
time.
saw. Ah, cool. So, yeah, well, we have garage sales here and fairs. Only one place did a car boot sale. That was Mandurah. I wonder if they do them still. Again, started them
if
again.
you want to get into the knickknacks and old stuff and whatever, you're better off looking. I know it sounds cruel, but you look for deceased estates.
Look, there was a deceased estate the other day.
Yeah, and then
But
you
it's
can.
all gone.
Yep, you can rummage through and offer a fair price for things.
You have to be up with the sparrows to get that and
Well,
go there.
you're up as early as 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, shut up.
You'll be able to catch them for sure.
Excuse me, we're going to end up
She
having
doesn't
a
like
domestic.
mornings. Doesn't like mornings.
We're going to have a domestic in a minute.
Like I say, she gets up about 7:30 during the week, and then she's awake by 9.
Excuse me, I get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock during the week.
Yeah?
Well, who gets up to have our grandson?
Yeah, but I'm out the back here.
You don't always.
Hours before you get
You
up.
don't always get out of bed. Do
99% of the
these
time.
people come to our chat to listen to us have a
Yeah,
domestic? And
the
what
truth
time
is 99% time. I'm up first.
of what time
I
I get
walk
out of
around.
bed?
See, if she gets up first, it's like hearing two elephants crashing through a very dry,
Come on,
crumbly rainforest.
people stick up
It's
for me. No.
I get up. I'm massive, but I sort of walk
Oh, I'm
like,
not
like a little
noisy.
pixie. Very
I'm not-
quietly grab
I'm
my
not
dressing gown,
noisy.
gently close the door.
I'm not noisy.
This one.
Shut up.
Have you seen Jumanji, where all those rhinos come through? Make all that noise? That's what it's like. Because she's not awake. She gets up, but she's not awake.
Yeah, well, you're going to get drama in a minute, Hannah. Because Seeds is going to cop it. What drama would you like on the Seeds channel?
Nice. Buying and selling. Print?
Oh, that's good print.
That's the way to go. You're like an old-time trader. You buy and sell. If you get a bargain, good. But I'm sure from time to time you see something that's worth quite a few quid and you probably offer them a fair price. Because I've always worked on the intention, if you could make 100% profit, in other words, you buy something for 20 quid, you sell it for 40, that's pretty fair. But then again, get a box full of goodies sometimes and some little gem in there, if you like.
Oh, yeah. It's fun to go around and look at that stuff anyway. I do have sites I go
Hannah
to.
said spank him.
Okay.
I'll go and get prepared.
Maybe not Hannah.
Actually, I don't know about that, Chema. I think sometimes the alluring beauty of a woman's body can sometimes be more desirable whilst she's still wearing some clothing.
You've got to use your imagination.
Yes, no. Elbows women have moustaches and flat feet.
Yes, when the house is built, I'll look into that.
I think it's the perfect time for someone to donate a black wig to the man in the van, because there's not much of the original hair left and it's falling out daily. So a wig could be a good thing. Maybe a Doris Day wig, a blonde one. There's a thought. Just having a thought here. Or like Curly and Mo, the curly hair. Yeah. Or maybe just a mohawk stuck on the top of his head.
Yeah, there's actual people
I
that
don't know,
have
does
got...
Rosie need a new wig?
Well, there are people who have got normal, beautiful hair, natural hair, but they still like to wear wigs because they like to have different styles, so they go buy wigs.
Men don't generally like to wear wigs or toupees, but they can regrow your hair these days, I hear. I mean, I was bald just 3 weeks ago. If you want the snake serum that's fixed me, just send $99.95 and $15 for postage and I'll send it out to you. Here it is here. I know it looks like water, or as Orson would say, water,
True, Hannah.
but it's really highly processed hair regrowing stuff. Yeah, see that? It's glistening like a diamond, which you can then tell it's very valuable.
Oh God, you're going to sell that now.
But if you wanted to use it for another thing, you fill it up to about here, you cut a hole in the tin roof, you put it upside down like that and push it through the hole. The sunlight hits this bit and this gives you a light.
What?
Did you know that? You can learn something new every day. Transfer of the light from the top to the bottom. This is on top of the shed. It's full of water down here and the water projects the light. And inside your very darkened cave, this light will shine, and I'll show you the process. See what I'm doing? That's not the sun,
came here inside.
but that is just a normal 40-watt globe. But when the sun hits the bottle, it's a lot brighter.
Yeah, I know he could sell anything, Jojo. He could sell ice to the Eskimos.
No, it's true though, that what I just told you about this bottle, it's been used in third world countries, in people's backyard and sheds. I'm just going to have a little bit more of hair tonic while we're talking.
I can do a video on you doing that. We'll sell it. Seeds hair tonic.
It's good stuff. Doesn't have any real taste, but that's probably the secret behind it.
And no calories.
Seeds hair tonic.
And no calories. Can I have some, please?
Do you need more hair? Just after that one little glass, can you see that? That was only an inch long before I took a sip. Look at that, it's amazing. But luckily I've got a secret supply of this stuff. In fact, I've got some of the stuff even in your own country. And for half the price, instead of $99.95, just at, say, $50.
True.
I'll
Boys.
give you like a cachet of certain places. Now they look like normal faucets, all right, but they're not. If you look very carefully, you might see seeds to freedom, but I generally get them to rub that out. Normally they're right on the corner of people's houses and they don't even know they're there. And there is no calories involved.
No, there's not.
Zero.
Nothing has calories once you break it. You break a bar of chocolate, the calories fall out.
Yep, I can see an empire forming here.
Well, yeah.
Seeds Restoration Liquid. We just put a little snake on the bottle. You know what I mean? Like the old days. Travelling snake oil salesman. I don't believe in that stuff personally, but
Poison.
this stuff
Potion.
is brilliant.
Potion.
Have a safe journey. May the force be with you.
Who's going?
Jojo.
Are you going, Jojo? Oh, I see you, Jojo.
It's got to carjack another vehicle today to make a living.
Yeah, your water has a funny taste of rum print.
What did Joe and Morage has done at the end of the month? But people buy crap, don't they? I mean, you see an ad on TV and it says, oh, this is just, oh, makes me look 400 years younger. Mind you, it's normally a model who's about 22 years of age and she says, makes my skin feel so young. $19.95 a bottle.
Yep, that's true what Hannah and Roy said.
What's that?
There's no calories if no one says you eat it, and Lois said chocolate is an essential food. That is so true.
Here's the quote. I'm just making this quote up. Being fat is just an excuse to hide a small person inside your body.
What? What did you just say?
I can't repeat it.
You can, but you have to.
No, I can't.
So you learnt you could scroll down and read the text that you missed.
Chocolate is an essential food.
Yeah, I
Kit
just read
Kat
that.
says, gotta laugh, Jojo finds me so toxic, he must block me. Okay. I generally don't block anyone, unless you're an e-bagger. Then I block you. Or a substantial e-bag supporter.
I mean,
Then I block you.
blocking people is for and against, actually. You block someone because they annoy you, you don't have to worry, blah, blah, blah. They can't come in and do stupid things.
I won't tolerate any drama. As soon as you become dramatic and
You don't,
bullshit and try and dox people and stuff, you're gone.
you don't block so that you can, if you hear something, you can stick up for your friends or you can have your say.
I'm Hayden twins, but not in the pregnant way.
Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I need chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm hiding twins, but not in... Oh, I thought you were going to say you're pregnant, Hannah.
No.
Congratulated you.
100 quid for anti-cream and soap paint for the pilot cream. Yep. There are so many old remedies for skin conditions and general health,
You just
like
use a good
bicarb of soda and vinegar and all sorts of stuff that is just natural. They cost you next to nothing. But this is how advertising works. A lady will buy a bottle of this magic water and she'll tell all her friends, you just cannot believe how my hair glistens in the sunlight. You must get some. So they do. G'day, Jonas.
You can,
The gullibility factor, I'm afraid it's called. Just having a mothership cruise above us. It must be time.
what?
You can hear the mothership.
I think you had drank too much of your hair tonic.
Oh, okay.
Have you got someone new in the room, Jonas? Hasn't been for a while. Tell them about your hair tonic.
No.
Sell it.
You wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't buy any. But no, I don't like all the drama and crap that goes on. I don't find it necessary. And yet some people are consumed by it. Well, it's an assumption, Kit Kat. You assume he's got nothing. What bird were they in your bird scare video? Actually, it wasn't a scary video, but it was weird. They were what they call a grey-black cockatoo. They've mainly got grey and a bit of black. We have hundreds of varieties of cockatoos.
I have a feeling that they were young.
No, not the whole flock.
I see, Chamo.
Boiling here in the UK. What's the temperature, Jonas? We were recently in the UK and the temperature reached 24 degrees Celsius and all the newspapers said it was a heat wave. We get 24 degrees Celsius during winter. So unless it's like 40 or 43, it's not real hot. And look, our heat waves go for 3 months. 26, that's not hot. There's been a lot of drama lately, stressful. No, it's not, Hannah, just turn it off. I suppose, like I say, if you're used to like 15 to 20 degrees as a normal temperature, as they are in the UK, and it gets to 35, 36, it is extremely hot for them.
38 Celsius.
38,
Hot.
yeah.
That's hot.
We can have weeks over 40. And it's like, it's hot, but in the UK it's a bit different. You get that humidity as well, stifling heat. And the thing is, no one in the UK owns an air conditioner.
Yeah, because it usually doesn't...
They do in their cars, so when it gets really hot, there are 5 billion cars driving around the UK just to keep cool.
They don't usually get a lot of hot weather, that's why there's no...
When I was a kid, I remember in Yorkshire in one summer, I think it was about 67 or 68, and we were walking through the Black Forest. We were. It was Black Forest in Yorkshire. And it would have been 100 degrees, and it was about 3 days of that. And I heard when I was a little kid that people died because it just got too hot for some people. But we get them here. We get tourists that come from Europe and go bushwalking, and after a day they're dead. They forgot to take enough water with them. Let's take a little bottle of water. Cornwall's a beautiful part of England. Be nice, you've got all that ocean, Jonas. What is plant? Depend in Australia which way the wind blows, offshore wind to outback wind isn't seed. Not sure what that means.
Yeah.
But we get desert wind, and
Yeah.
that's the easterly in our state. And
But if what they call the
no, Perth's not real humid. Like we'll get humid with winter because it's just moisture in the air. But during summer, 15-20% would be a normal hot day, like 105, 10%, even 8% sometimes it goes down to. But we get a sea breeze that comes in the afternoon. You're heading up towards Wales, are you, Jonas?
Oh, it's starting to rain just as we speak.
Getting a little bit of a drip drop.
Oh,
But it's not cold tonight. It's good.
we don't want a lot of drip drop because it ends up we have to move.
It's basically, I don't know what it is, Jonas, but on the west coast of most countries, it's usually pretty pleasant because of the rotation of the winds. Everything generally comes from west to east where we are. And most of the west coast, like the west coast of Ireland, west coast of Scotland, England, Wales, Cornwall, quite pleasant. Mainly because you've got an ocean just over there.
Well, I was just thinking maybe tomorrow I'll take the batteries. You can do a live from there with kangaroos.
I could do that. North coast, southwest, across from the Welsh coast. Nice part of the country. Good fish, good seafood.
So Printer's in England. I forgot where Hannah is again. And whereabouts are you, Kitten Cat, if I may ask?
Kitten Cat's in high security prison. She gets 1 hour use of the computers because she cleans the superintendent's office and he doesn't know. Let's start a rumour, Kitten Cat.
People would run with that too.
They probably would. But I suppose, like I say, we get tourists here and they do die. I'm not making it up. They'll go bushwalking with just a little, like, 500ml bottle of water. I think they're good for the day. Temperature gets to 40. They try and sit under a tree. They get disorientated. They're not even really lost. They're just dehydrated. Collapse. No one sees them for a day. Dead.
Oh, that's not good print.
You're in Sydney. It's bloody cold in Sydney this time of year.
Oh, that's right. I apologise, but I sometimes forget where everyone's from and they have told me.
It depends where you are. Are you in the city or Coffs? Or Coffs Harbour's nice. If you're in
Coffs
Sydney, if you're
Harbour.
near the city, it's still cold,
Oh,
but
I
it's not
see.
as cold as up near the mountains.
Print said he nearly drowned in Coffs Harbour. He
Mhm.
was caught in a rip current and had to be saved, yeah. My sister lives in Sydney, Hannah.
There's a lot of sharks around Coffs Harbour. Had a couple of people get taken last few years. Mind you, we get more taken on my coast because there's more sharks and they're really big. There's a video I saw a couple of years ago. It's a guy off the coast near Margaret River, just down south from me, and he'd put a GoPro underneath the front of his surfboard on a slight angle, so it was looking forward. And he did 3 or 4 sets, went in, took it home and looked at the video. On the video were 2 white pointers just underneath his board looking at him. He didn't even see them. That's the problem about a shark. You generally only feel them briefly. Well, they cut you in half. But it's their playground. I've dived for years. I haven't dived for a number of years now, but I love diving. And I've seen plenty of sharks under the water. And the big ones you can see, because what happens underwater is a lot of the little fish and everything else scatters. And then you think, hello, what's up? And then if you're smart, you lie on your back and look up from the reef. You see 3 or 4 decent-sized sharks go by. Just cruising, have a bit of a look at you like this, and they actually turn and use their eye, and then they bugger it, they leave you alone. But it's their playground, and people do get taken, and it's sad. but like I say, I've never been bitten by a shark inland.
And I've got to tell you, the Australian people,
North Sydney. Ooh, Rose Bay area, Hannah. Woohoo!
when there's a shark,
North Shore lady.
when there's a shark attack or anything in Hey Awesome in Australia, the first thing
Hello, awesome.
councils or governments want to do is find the shark and kill it. But I tell you, all the Australian people, including the person that got bitten, say we do not
don't want to
want
kill
you
them.
to destroy the shark.
You'll have people die and the family will stake because what the emergency services do, they try and hunt and kill it. Calling it a killer shark. Most of the time, if you're bitten by a shark, it does a great bite at you and goes, bleh, human, don't like that. Unfortunately, the damage is done. So most people, when they lose people through a shark attack, literally say, don't hunt it down. They say what I say. It's their playground. We were in it.
Oh, it's awesome, right? Kit and Kat is a figment of your imagination. You see nothing in my best Jedi voice. Okay. A lot of people don't want the
So
sharks killed.
Awesome's now going to say, Kit and Kat, you can take the blue pill or the red pill. You take the blue pill and boy, it seems like it is now. You take the red pill and you enter a new realm. You see the void for what it really is.
But
A cesspit of evil
oh, shut up.
and misery. Yeah.
But I've got to.
If you take the green pill, you end up in the drama community. Don't ever take the fucking green pill.
Oh my God! Have enough drink of water. I've got to say, in Australia, when people get attacked by dogs or a dog.
Hello,
yes,
RJ. PJ, how are you?
Depends on the breed. People are up in arms and want the dog destroyed.
Hello,
straight away.
how are you, my friend? No, my lady, more the chambermaid. All right, yeah, but no, you know what I'm saying about North Shore of Sydney? Very posh. You probably have to have, if you lived on the North Shore in a reasonable home in the North Shore, you probably have to have $3 million to buy a house, if you were lucky. Off Back to the Future? Me?
No, most people say he looks like Gandalf print.
Marty! Marty, where are you, Marty? Get back in the damn car. We've got to go over there.
We've got neighbours. Something's going on.
What a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah, PJ, sharks are interesting, actually.
It tastes good too. I've eaten a lot more sharks than they've got pieces out of me, trust me.
What was it doing, Janice? A breach out of water. Oh.
There's an old game you can play where you say, all right, I'm going to pick a movie. And in that movie, you've got to give me what character you would play. All right?
I think
So I'll throw one at you and see which one you pick. You can all pick similar ones if you like. But here's the question. If you were a character in the movie Titanic, what would your character be?
I think also.
Mine obviously be the guy driving the boat. Do, 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 do. Oh, shit.
Oh, come on, you'd want to be Jack. I think
No.
also would like the other game better. Use the word bacon in movie title.
Oh, we could do that if you like. If you don't like that one, let's see if people answer that first. If they don't, I've got a better one for you.
Yeah, awesome. They do. As soon as a dog attacks someone here, they just everyone.
An
wants
extra
it
who would get
dead.
saved. Smart move, Print. Hannah would be Rose. All right, get on the couch, Hannah, and I'll do a little bit of a sketch.
Stem up the
I would be the
windows.
one waving from the shore.
Yes.
Here's a better game. Here's a better game. I love this game.
That's good, awesome.
I did a video earlier today about bacon. What I want you to do is give me a title of a movie, replace one of the words with bacon. You would be Jack's best guy friend. Danny G. So you've got to come up with a movie title, but one of the words got to be replaced by the word bacon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no one gives a damn about the iceberg, Johners. And that's what sustains life on this planet, water. How would you feel if you're an iceberg and you had 300,000 tons of steel ripping through your ice belt?
That's a good one, Frank.
Gone with the bacon. That's an excellent one.
That's a good one.
Hello, Danny. Gone with the bacon.
So we know that's gone with the wind.
Frankly, damn, I don't give a bacon sandwich.
And I would do, like I said before, like Bacon for Chocolate, which is the movie like Water for Chocolate.
Spider bacon. Yep, that's pretty good. Gone with the bacon's got it so far there. It's pretty good.
Forest Bacon.
Forest bacon. Me and Gubba are going to start a bacon farm, yeah. And catch bacon and sell it.
What bacon may come
Wreck-It bacon.
instead of what dreams may come. Is that right, Awesome? Is that the title of it? What dreams may come and what bacon may come.
What about the Wizard of...
Ending bacon.
What about the Wizard of Bacon? Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Bacon. La 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 la. Good morning, Pixie. How are you? Fred stole yours. That's fair enough. Finding Bacon. Yeah, that's a good one. The Secret Life of Bacon.
That's
Yeah,
another
that's
good one.
Bacon on a hot tin roof. I like that.
Oh, that's another good one. Star Wars, A New Bacon.
A new bacon. 2001, a bacon sandwich. Hello, Finite.
The Bacon Game. Oh, instead of the Hunger Games, is that right, Awesome?
Oh, there's all sorts of movies with games.
Oh, Lord of the Bacon, that's a good one.
Return of the Bacon.
That'd be Seeds and you, Awesome. The Lord of the Bacon.
The Life of Bacon. Hello, Sids. Come on, there's got to be more
Harry
movies.
Bacon.
As in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Bacon.
Good Bacon Charlie or Goodbye Bacon, yep.
What about Good Morning Bacon and Ham?
Oh dear. How to Train Your Bacon.
Torn between two rashes.
Please time out the show off. Okay.
Actually, I briefly jumped into Tucker's chat today, and there was some superstars up on the panel, so I obviously wasn't worthy enough to go up there. But I did look at Tucker, and he's looking very good, so that's good news.
That's because you came in so late and we were going
Oh,
out.
we're talking megastars. We're talking red carpet people. I mean, we're talking the elite. And I would have just felt out of place.
What, you would have had to change your...
And I was cooking bacon, actually. This is a true story. So I had to leave you.
Willy Wonka and the Bacon Factory. Now,
That's a
that's
good
a
one.
good one. Oh, brother, we're out for bacon.
That's a good one. I like that one, Danny.
Oh,
I
God.
sent you 7 links to come see.
Yes, no, we were going out, Awesome.
Yeah, and then I had to cook bacon. So priorities.
He was cooking and then we had to go out.
All right, tougher part of the bacon quiz thingy is give me a movie, a love story movie with the word bacon in it.
A love story.
Yeah,
Oh, God, I can't think of any.
I got one straight away. 50 Shades of Bacon.
That's not a love story, that's a
Well,
porno.
there's a lot of loving going on in the 50 Shades of Bacon. The green bacon.
That's not a love story.
No, boss, Danny's picking on me, boss. Monty Python, the Holy Bacon. I like that. Yeah. Close Encounters of the Bacon Kind.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
You got bacon, as in you got mail. Pretty bacon, that's good. Wondering bacon. I think you were trying to say wuthering bacon. Is that what you were saying? The note bacon. A bacon is born. See?
See, there's so much you could do.
There's a test you do by replacing some simple words, like the word the, and you know, how and why, with other words like sausages, onions, hemorrhoids replaces the word the. So you can have these hilarious conversations, like learning a new language. Baconless in Seattle, that's a clever one. I like that.
When bacon met sausage. What's that?
Do you remember this character on Golden Bacon?
Bacon at Tiffany's, that's a good one.
Bacon at Tiffany's. Fried green bacon.
The good, bad, and the bacon.
Good bacon starring Kevin Bacon. That's the double points for print.
Oh yes, Harry, that's right. That's what I was thinking of, Harry Met.
And if you had a character out of that movie, you know, with a glowing red eye, you could call him the Baconator.
Oh.
The same sort of game type theory is, okay, you've got children, or grandchildren, or nieces. Now I want you to replace their name with food, but make it sound like a name.
Oh, that's hard.
That's real hard, but it can be done. Bacon Back Mountain.
Bacon back.
A little bit of squealing going on up in them mountains.
Prince is cheating.
I'm in my tent. I want to show you my flashlight. But there's no light on it. I know. We're going to make light happen.
What? He's had too much bacon today. I'll just warn you all.
Yes, I must confess I had bacon today. 4 strips. But mind you, so did you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't often have as much as
The
you.
Bacon Boys. Awesome's
Awesome's
cheating. Awesome's quite clever, actually.
Yes. Bacon Jones story, no, that's a good one. Awesome's quick, that's what it is.
Yes.
Quick off the mark. It's alright, Hannah, I'm with you. I've only thought of 2.
Debbie is cheating. What's she?
1.
Googling bacon movies, is she? We met a young girl in the supermarket the other day. Remember her name?
Huh? What?
Wasn't Sky or like that, but she was born when women named their kids after like Rainbow, because that was her name.
Oh, that's right, her name was Rainbow, yeah.
This young girl's
Case
name,
Bacon.
first name, was Rainbow. But that's not unusual. Things like Sunshine, Petal, Clover, seriously. You blame the 60s and 70s for that, I'm afraid.
You could even do that, bacon with songs. Put the word bacon in a song.
Oh, my bacon, it belongs to me. Oh, my bacon, oh, my bacon, yeah. Yeah, but you have kids named Sky and Summer. There's one kid I knew, Moon, that was her name. I'm so bacon, I could cry. Dirty Frying, yeah.
Let's get
Your drag
Drag
names,
names,
people,
people.
name of your first pet with the name of your mother's maiden name.
I've seen things like that on Facebook. It's like your stripper's name. What you do.
My mother's first name was Minnie, which was a
Yeah.
very common name in the 20s.
So, your people name of the first pet and the name of your mother. Okay, my first pet was Rexy Marie.
Rexy Marie.
The other one is your stripper name. It's okay,
Or
people.
strips and a link. It sounds like a pole dancing thing for sure.
Your stripper name is the last thing you ate and the colour of your underwear.
My stripper pole name would be Kerthud, because that's the noise I'd make every time I try to hang on to the thing.
Now, well, what's the last thing you ate? What's the colour of your underwear?
It is grey bacon.
That's your stripper name.
I'm grey bacon.
What's the last thing I had?
Raindrops keep falling on my pants.
Muffin. Purple Muffin is my stripper name.
Purple muffin.
Come on, what's your
On the
stripper
road
name?
again, I'm gonna catch up with my bacon friends.
And I'm not trying to find out the cover of everyone's underwear. It's just a thing I saw once.
Commando, good and plenty.
Is that your
There's an old song when people don't, go commando. There's an old song that goes slip sliding away,
black?
slip sliding away.
Dennis is Black Bacon. Oh my God, her stripper name's Black Bacon. Come on, Awesome. What's your stripper name? Commando, good and plenty.
Sausage brown.
Sausage brown. And welcome
Four
to the
strips and a
stage.
sausage sound like an adult entertainment. It does.
Yeah.
Do you imagine if Awesome opened a cafe and it was just called Hookers? And she'd have to explain it, and it's just a name. No, we don't do that here. You'll have the special? No, we don't. There's not a happy ending meal. Right? There's bacon.
Oh God, that's like I remember when Mum had. Do you remember the old?
It'd be the only restaurant with no plant food supplied with the meal. It'd just all be like meat. You know what I mean? It'd be a Paleo's palace. The soft, gentle rain sound on a tin roof. You could sleep out here.
Yes, bacon is a happy ending.
Well, I'm going to my big bed.
Oh, you can sleep out here if you want.
Oh, I can do it.
Red Snoopy. Red Snoopy? That's your stripper name, is that?
There's another good one. It comes out of the same book. It is and you're not going to have one, of course, but if you were by some divine intervention to give birth to another child, and it could be a boy or a girl, what would you call it? It's not going to happen, but if you did, by some divine intervention, have a child, boy or girl, what's the name that you've always wanted to use, and what would you call it?
A girl called Anastasia.
Anastasia's didn't have a lot of good luck.
Yep, a girl called Anastasia.
I like the name Theodore.
That is.
If you want to go to sleep, you just got to go and look at my last bacon video.
Oh yeah, that's an old one print, and if you turn it upside down, it's old woman out. So it works both ways, Omo.
I should have played the music over the top of the bacon video. I just let the sizzling noise do the work, but I could have put that song on it. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I?
Yeah, I like the name Storm.
Stormy. Yeah.
Jaleesa Jane. Did I say that right? Awesome. Put a name in Jaleesa.
I don't see nothing. I've got
Oh, you asked the girl's name.
Jaleesa or Janae. True, Danny, true.
That's unusual.
Girl, Stormy. Okay. It's interesting what we have in that thought process if we did have another child. I mean...
And you, what would you call?
I like the name Theodore.
For a boy?
He'd get nicknamed Theo.
Well, we're having kids together then, because I don't like that name.
Fine. So, if it was a girl, what would you call it?
Anastasia.
And a boy?
Ben.
Bill and Ben.
Lisa Jane.
I like Ruby. Ruby as a name is timeless.
Ruby is nice.
You go back hundreds of years, there were rubies, and if you call a child Ruby today, it'd be just fine.
And you could use
contemporary.
You could use all those names on your pets as well. Sean Patrick. Yep, that's a nice name.
Yeah, Ruby's one of those names that you think of old ladies, but then you think of a little girl in a dress, and you think, oh yeah, Ruby would suit either of them. Gabriella, nickname Gabby.
Yes, Gabriella, that's an old name. I like that too.
Yep. journey for a girl. Okay?
That's unusual, Danny.
Leo. Yeah, I like Leo. It's like
Yep.
Theodore. Leo to me would be another good name.
Well, I think... No, Theodore. What would they get? See, some of those names, people tend to shorten.
Albie for a boy. That's a good name. I like Abby as a name. That's a nice name.
Elizabeth I like as well.
Yeah, we've tend to gone down this strange path last 15 or 20 years where there's some, and I'm not saying the parents are crazy for doing it, but there's some strange, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Theo or Ted. It's quite versatile. Genesis. Ooh, rather serious. If you have a girl, will you call her Apocalypta? Just kidding. J.C. Elizabeth. Used to be a lot of that too, Sid, where you'd have a name flow onto another one, like Jamie Lee. Do you know what I mean? That's not that common these days. Or Lisa Marie, you know what I mean? You'd have all these names. Alexander Thomas.
Oh, that's a nice name, Alexander.
I've got a grandson named Alexander. Your son is named Genesis after the Bible.
I like that name too. I do like
I thought you were going to say Phil Collins.
I do like all the biblical names actually.
You have a girl called Ruby and a boy called Albie. Well, there you go.
That's nice,
see?
Brent.
As for granddaughter is Kindy. I can't read it. The letter's too small.
I have
Kennedy, I think it is. Kennedy Faith.
I have a granddaughter called
Sarah, Emma, Matthew, Benjamin. Yeah. Angelus or Marian. But that's probably not how Hooker pronounces that.
Hooker. Stop retracting your messages, Hooker.
Caden. That's a very popular name of just after the turn of this century. Caden was, I think, in the top 2 of Australian boys' names. 2000 to about 2005. We tend to have names that are handed down. And in the Doomsday Book, which is Norman the Bastard when he overtook England, my family name's in there. And the name that has followed everyone down in genealogy, if you like, is Daniel. My middle name is that. Alexander Daniel. No, it's not Alexander. But Daniel is my middle name. 1,000 years it goes back. And my first son was called Daniel. It's like, it's a biblical name.
When they name their daughter, I don't even know how to say that, Prince. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
But a lot of families in my era would name their children off people from the Bible. There'd be names in there. Yep, that was pretty common. And you can tell it's the same in Awesome's family because hookers were mentioned in the Bible. You know what I mean?
Well, you really...
You saying?
Danny was named after Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone.
So you've got the name Patrick. Patrick's an old name. Oh, that was a good movie.
A lot of names go through Jan. But like I say, I truly am not lying. It's fact. That name, Daniel, goes back to 1066 and beyond, I'm sure. If some of you study genealogy, you know what I'm going to say next about names like Thompson or Johnson. The literal makeup of how that name came about is that if it was me, I'd be the son of John. In modern language, it's John's son. Tom's son. Very common.
Wasn't
Very
their
common.
profession used in their name as well?
Yes,
The
yes. Some names
profession.
relate to professions, like
The jobs they had, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Oh, Mary's a
Like
nice
you've got
name.
Mason as a surname. It literally comes from being a mason. But there are a lot of names like that. But anything with son or sen, S-E-N, or san, S-A-N, means son of John, son of Tom.
Now am I saying it right? Christy. Is that? Okay. Is that?
Yeah, I think in our mind, correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, mainly that are here, but correct me if I'm wrong, we mainly think of names that we want to appropriate to our children. We come up with different names, and then eventually you think, we'll call him Daniel. Do you know what I mean? Like you have these, not weird names, but names that are different, and they reflect you through your children. And then you go back to a traditional.
I see you, Danny.
Goodbye, Danny.
Christy.
May all the rose petal you stand upon today be fresh.
So I'm not going to get it wrong today.
Son of.
Christy,
Yeah,
isn't
I'm
it?
sure it is.
You say hello to Christy?
Kirsty.
Did I
Kirsty.
say
You
it
keep
right?
calling her Kirsty.
Kirsty.
Her name's Kirsty.
Kirsty.
I've got terrible eyes when I can pick out Kirsty. You're calling your next son Jesus. Well, that means you're obviously not going to have any sort of fornication, because it will just come naturally, divinely. Yeah. People don't call that. Like, how many kids do you know that you hear their name being called in school? Names like Jesus.
That was
Are you here? Reading the attendance. Jesus. No, he's not here. Judas. Judas. No, no Judas. So there are some names in the Bible which are not used,
Fritz,
obviously.
Fritz is in my Orpa's name.
Yep.
It's, yeah. Fritz was his name, my Orpa.
Yep. Fitz.
As far as I know, it was just Fritz. I don't know if it was... No, it was just Fritz. It wasn't short for anything.
Jesus in Spanish is used often as a name, and in Mexico, and in Puerto Rico, and in South America. What name do they call that in those countries?
The name Chase is nice, yeah.
What is the most common name, which is actually the word Jesus, used in Spanish and Mexican in South American countries? That's it. It's pronounced Jesus.
Oh, that'd be funny, Hannah. Jesus Christ, yeah.
Morgan and Jordan. Morgan and Jordan. You wouldn't want to say that too fast. Morgan and Jordan, Morgan and Jordan, Morgan.
I've got twin nieces there. Names are Hannah and Lena.
Yep.
And then you got that family, 18 and counting, or 19 and counting, whatever she was. Aren't all her kids' names start with J, with the letter J?
That's right. I remember you showing me that show once. Bloody mad.
I think she's up to 22 kids or something now. I haven't seen it for a while. Mo and Joe. That's good.
It's like you all get nicknames too. Do you know what I mean? Throughout your life, you'll get given a nickname. Could be part of your real name. Like Awesome showed you with names. You could be called Ted or Leo if you were Theodore. It's just sprinkling. It's a meditative tape I'm playing in the background.
He's done it just for you, Carol.
Wonder if you can name a girl Chase. I just really love it.
Yeah, Chase is nice. You could name a girl Chase.
Yeah.
Leo and
But it's
Eleanor.
unlikely some
Yeah,
names
Ellie.
from the past will get used, like Beatrice. I haven't heard Beatrice, the new baby name, in a long time.
I've got an auntie called Beatrice.
I know, but she's like 80.
See, what's some of the unusual? We've got unusual
Pooh and
names.
Piglet. Oh dear.
Because of being German, I've got an Adel.
Does your kids own a honey farm, Carol? Catalina and Carmen. Yes, they're nice names. It shows the Spanish influence in there, of course.
So if you look back on your ancestors, what their names were, like, because I'm German, I've got some weird ones in my family, names.
Hello, Mystic, my old friend. Carol's come here again.
To listen to your voice.
Mm.
I've got a Brigitte, an Auntie Brigitte,
Yep,
an
Brigitte.
Auntie Adelheid.
Kirsty says, yes, Daddy, my son wants a sister, and I hope in God will give him one. Kirsty, come over here. Come over here. Come over here. You need a fella. God's too busy. All right, we're done. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, Francis is a nice name.
Whatever name you call it, Joe, make sure you can tell it down the street. Sean Patrick O'Reilly, get your butt home. O'Reilly was quite a common name when I was a kid around the district.
I know people who've called their kids because they looked at a street name. That's how one of the grandkids were named.
After a street.
Yeah,
Oh, what was it?
that Logan.
Oh, right. It sounds more like a sci-fi
And
movie.
that's what she did. That's how she saw the street name and said, oh, that's what I'll call him.
Well, yeah, you might get a girl, Kirsty, but whatever it is, you'll love it. Doesn't matter, boy or girl. I've got a friend that just had boys, and I've got another friend that just had girls. One side of my family is German. Theodore, Charles, and Alexander. Yep.
Yeah,
They're
Alexandria.
very Germanic names, which includes England and Germany.
Alexander. Girls were named Alexander too. Boys and girls in German.
Peekaboo, says Fire.
Oh, that's what I used to always write, didn't I?
Yeah.
Peekaboo.
That's Mystic Angel's call sign.
Yep.
Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
Anyway, have a chat with her for a second. She's got all the goss.
What course have I got?
I don't know, make it up. I love it.
I'm working on videos. My mum's name was, I have to read it, my mum's name was a hair colour. Your mum's name, Auburn. Blondie. Her brother after Donald Duck. Your mum's name was a hair colour. Wow, that's unusual. Trying to think of different hair colours. Auburn, red,
Blondie.
Blondie. My street is called Pontus Street. So yeah, I wouldn't pick, yeah, I know. One of our son's wife just saw the street name Logan, and that was it. That's what she called it. Not a brand. No, a brand called, Noreen. Noreen is unusual. Your German ancestors passed down Henry, Riley and Mathis. Did I say that right? See, I didn't actually think Henry and Riley were German names. They more go for you, like, my dad's name was Otto. Your Otto, your Fritz, your Gerhard. Trying to think of other males in the family.
What's the
On the
uncle's
German side, and will you
Carl.
say Carl with a K,
Yeah.
and then you got Peter, but pronounced Peter. My mum's name was called Nora. That's nice. Can you
My
imagine?
sister's middle name.
Well, no, you probably wouldn't use the name Nora, but it's a nice name.
Has Jewish history
Matthew
in Nora.
Us. Oh, okay.
Matthias?
Matthias.
I don't know, I can't even see it.
Sorry.
Can't even see the text there.
I'll read it.
No, they're looking
Sid
at you.
is trying to help me say the word properly. See, I don't mind the
I'm
word.
thinking of songs to do a little bit of a skit on.
Nathaniel. I don't mind those names.
I'm thinking of doing a skit, sort of several songs, sort of a montage about the fat boy in the can van. You know, things like, oh Lord, won't you buy me a brand new RV? My piss jug is broken, I'm busting to pee. Oh Lord, won't you? Just something like that, you know? Or There's a bald patch in the van, tra la 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 la. There's a bald patch in the van, tra la la
For years,
la.
Jonah says, for years.
Oh,
You
low,
turn around here.
low power.
Okay, Jonah says, for years I thought my name was stupid. My mother called me down the street, hey, stupid, come home.
We were Weber. They changed it when it came to US. Okay. Lots of, for various reasons, lots of Jewish names got changed after World War II, mainly to stop persecution, mainly. Horror. Yeah, that's what kids do, don't they? They run with your name and they find something nasty attached to it. But that's what happens. Kids can be very cruel, as we all know. I've always told my kids when they went to school, if someone picked on them, thump them. Because they probably won't pick on you again. Works a treat. $16.23. You must have only been a small kid then, Sids. Just a wee little lass. Sids, get on the front of the boat. We're nearly there. I like Ella. Ella's a lovely name. But then you get kids called, it's called Ella Bella. You know what I mean? Ella Belly. Kids are very cruel, but they do it in an open way. They try and make it funny. And then sometimes, unfortunately, comes out cruel. Mathuas, okay, now I can see what you're writing. But if you've got, I don't know how many of you have relatives living in, say, England. Some of you should, obviously, through history, because a lot of people migrated to America. The 60s and 70s was huge migration to America, same as in Australia. Zoe, yep, Zoe's a lovely name. No, I know you're from England, Kirsty. I'm talking to the Yanks. Do you have any relatives in America, Kirsty? Or Ireland? Or Australia? Rachel, Clara and Mary Frances. Teresa. I don't know why they put silent words and names and words. Like, that is not Theresa. It's Teresa, but they have a H in there. Like jalapeno. Why don't they spell it with a H? No, they've got to use a J. Hello, Kathy. There's all sorts of words that seem to have hidden letters that are unnecessary. Like if you were going to spell philosopher, you'd probably start off with F, because that makes logic sense. But no, PH. Doesn't sound like philosopher at all. Sounds like pill. Awesome Hooker has 4 names. Mother Mary. Yeah? What's the other 2? Here's a good one for you. We were playing a little quiz before. Now, it doesn't have to be your name, but give me a song of a name that's in your family. You think about it. You probably know some straight off the cuff.
Is there a song, Clara?
Not sure.
I can't think of any. Oh yeah, there is heaps of songs about.
There's so many
people's
songs with
names.
names in it. What about Rick with a silent P? Yes, well that's not phonetic spelling, that's Boit spelling, Jonas. Because there are plenty of Ricks with a silent P on YouTube. That's it. Oh, Susanna. Oh, Susanna, won't you sit on my knee? Is it something like that? What is it? Just kidding. Just kidding.
What? You better sing him the song, Sids.
Oh, Carol. There you go. Kathy's Clown.
Oh yeah.
That'd be the last of the hair tonic.
Dance.
I was bald yesterday.
Dancing Queen. Can I have that little bit left?
Dancing Queen.
That's what print wrote.
ABBA was huge in the 70s in Australia. I sent Mrs. C's my name. Let's have a look at it. Oh, so it
Not like-
is. Oh,
Well,
awesome.
yes.
I know your real name now. Yeah.
Romper Room.
I would have never picked you for a Thumbelina.
Oh, that's a cute
No.
name.
Romper Room intro. Ooh, sounds a little bit sexy.
Well, that's actually very interesting, considering the names I said. Yes, I have to talk about that. Awesome. That's very interesting.
But ladies, if you're interested in, it's not happening yet. So don't go, oh, Seeds, you said this thing was going to happen. It is going to happen, but not yet. So I start off the statement with not yet. But there are going to be discussions in regards to how people feel about the universe, how things affect them, how their feelings in regards to mystic ways, if you like. I'm not necessarily telling you that it'll be on Awesome Hooker's channel. It could be on some other channel. But what it will be is it will be happening, but not yet.
I'll help Awesome. Awesome's good at doing hangouts.
Sorry,
I've
what
never
did
done
Prince
one.
say?
What is Mr. and
Mr.
Mrs.
C's
C's
first
names?
Angel. She looks like an angel. Talks like an angel. Huh? Devil in disguise. Oh, here she is now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't really care if people know my first name.
I know the names, but will never tell.
It's, I'll message you mine later, Awesome, because you'll be totally shocked. So you don't
Yes.
always know everything about everyone.
You don't have to know anything about it. What we need to know is what's in us
Yes, you do, sis.
and what we're about and what is our being.
We're seedlings.
Bacon and Vegemite lover. This is 50 Shades of Awesome.
Yeah.
She's lying in the kitchen covered in Vegemite.
Fred.
First of all, she's covered herself in bacon grease as sort of an undertone makeup application for the Vegemite. And then, postman walks in and says, "Are you Australian?"
Well, that's interesting, Prince. Prince says you look like a Peter.
Who? Me?
Print. Yeah.
I'm a fisherman. I cast my net this side, caught nothing.
You know, you're just saying that, Prince.
Cast
You're
my net
actually
that
right.
side.
Isn't it
I
funny?
lost it.
Isn't it funny how you can look at someone and think that name suits them? It's like, I don't know how many times Seeds has got next door's names wrong, completely wrong. And I finally found out the proper
Money
names.
can't buy you love, love.
You can look at someone and think you look like that name, but they don't. It's completely different.
It's not necessary to know what the name of an object or person is.
I'll give you $100.
It's necessary to understand what they're about. Because in the universe, in the big picture, there are no names. We are part of the same thing.
I've never hidden our first names.
Well,
Just people just have a habit of calling us Seeds.
well, if they want to call me Peter, they can call me Peter.
Like you keep getting next door's name wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. No, that's right. It doesn't fit them. Seeds. That's what I was saying. Like your name suits you, Sids.
Yep, cutie.
Awesome's first name suits her.
Hottie. I like them a lot.
Keep going. Okay, Hannah.
Anna? Perfect. But there is that old adage, and I know it's a bit boring, but it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. Try it out, ready? Frown. Smile. Frown. Shitloads more. Mind you, if you frown a lot, I suppose you're exercising.
And if the wind changes, you'll stay that way. That's what my mum used to say.
There's that funny show we listened to, and one of the stories was the guy said, oh, when you go to heaven, what it is, you go at the same thing that happened when you die. So if you're naked in a doctor's surgery and he's doing a prostate examination and you have a heart attack and die, that's how you end up in heaven. And this guy said, he's thinking, well, so when I die in that circumstance, does the doctor come with me? That's quite funny.
Yeah, you're right, Sid.
What's that?
How some people's names just doesn't suit them. Someone might look like a Betty or look like a Kathy. There's one name, I don't know why, and maybe it's prejudice, whatever. There's one name I'm not really keen on. That's the name. It's not that I don't like it. Damien.
Well, that has connotations to movies
That's
where
probably-
Damien's not a nice guy.
No.
But it is interesting, names. Do people, after they're named, act like their name? Why does your brain tell you need a wee, but your butt tells you you need to crap?
I can't answer that,
Well,
Prince.
I think you better head to the porcelain fast. That's all I can say, because sitting at a computer with either one of those things occurring will be unpleasant at best. And downright distraughtful. It's not even a word. Does this happen to you, though? Curious, talking about bodily functions, Brent. You know when you think, oh, I'm going to go to the toilet, I have business to do there. You go in there, you do the business, you get dressed, you press the button, spray a little bit of memory foam, and then you go and sit down and think, oh, I don't think I actually delivered the full load. I'm not the only one, am I? Do you know what I mean? You think, yeah, that's good. Oh, geez, got to go again. Yeah, it's not me, is it? Everyone does that.
Yeah, you see, awesome. That's what I was trying to say. Certain names just invoke negative feelings. Well, I think probably what it is with me with the name Damien, I was fine up until I moved somewhere, lived next door to a Damien, who ended up getting incarcerated because he attacked his parents. He was a total psycho, and he ended up dying of a drug overdose. So yeah, that's probably. I mean, it's not.
Well, and that make the person. in my
No,
eyes
that's
at all.
right.
Eat more bacon. If you eat bacon, it's just a smooth river rolling. It's perfect. It's like bacon is the cure of all known diseases to man. Prove me wrong.
Oh look, even all our grandkids, the youngest being 3, she's 3 now, isn't she? Oh my God, they all love bacon. You wouldn't believe how much the 3-year-old.
See, what I
can eat
do when my
bacon.
grandkids come in, I'll make bacon, but I make more than I could possibly eat for my plate. For a reason.
Yeah.
Can I just have it? Yeah, go on. Can I have another? Yep, go on. So I end up with the 2 bits of bacon normally, that I would normally eat. I'll put 6 on my plate. Just another one, yep. Bacon is like, you could actually just leave a packet of bacon as a babysitter, because kids would just eat it. By the time they finished eating it, you've come home.
Yeah, our grandkids love it.
Bacon daycare centres, I can see it now. Just rows and rows of bacon. Kids get dropped off, go to the trough. 6 hours later, parents come back, kids going, hello,
Yeah.
mummy.
Hey, it's strange that, isn't it awesome? Yeah, sometimes you get real salty bacon.
Streaky
yeah.
bacon's one of the better ones for not having so much salt in it. So it's my opinion. A lot of bacon is full of water too. Like the streaky bacon I buy just renders the fat out. The other bacon you buy, it just spits and farts and carries on and throws millions of speckles of water around. $1 million idea, I think so. Or maybe you could even wrap your children in school clothing that's made out of bacon. I mean, the educational advantages of that alone are tremendous. They'd have their head down all the time, eating part of the top tunic, doing their work. Bacon condoms.
Oh, God.
I'm on a roll now.
Oh, God.
Awesome. Me and you go into business.
Oh,
We'll
gee.
cover the world in bacon condoms.
No, God, no.
You don't even have to have a partner. You can just eat the damn condom. Yep, that's my source of choice, HP. Sid's likes a good belt. Oh no, a good BLT. Bacon, lettuce and tomato. Oh, bacon is just... I was doing the video and I was trying to be quiet, just doing that video with the bacon. And I'm thinking, I want to take it out the pan now. But wasn't quite ready. I like my bacon cooked, just heading towards crispy.
Yes, bacon, mate, and toast. I can eat toast any time of the day, whether I'm hungry or not. If I smell someone cooking toast, I want some.
It's like airlines. They're missing an obvious thing here. Don't worry about all these fancy meals, first class, economy. Just make it bacon. Just a tray full of bacon for each. There you go.
Condom lubes.
They
Oh.
won't complain about the cramped conditions. They're too busy eating bacon for the 3.5 hours.
Yes, a nice egg and bacon sandwich with barbecue sauce. That's what I would have.
But you do have to salt bacon. In the old days, I used to help my grandfather make it.
Well, to cure it.
Cure it.
But
Yeah,
Hannah
you cure
was,
the ham.
Hannah was saying her brother salts his salty bacon, and she said, yes, I'm in his will.
Yes, I mean, it's not only the Middle East, but a lot of people don't eat bacon for religious reasons, which I think is a good thing, because that means there's more bacon for me.
That's like a crackle. I don't eat
Oh, I
crackle.
love pork crackle.
I love bacon.
When I die, I want a coffin made out of pork crackle.
Oh my God, no.
All right? Just so when you go post, you can
So, you,
tap the lid of the coffin. See, that's
no,
good.
we'll make it.
Run your fork across the top.
We'll make it raw, and then when I cremate you,
Oh, that's an idea. Yeah.
cook it.
Coffin wrapped in bacon, so when we go in the crematorium, you can smell that for miles.
I do like my barbecue sauce. But I'm not as bad as one of our daughter-in-laws. Oh my God, when it comes to sauce and gravy, you just put the pot in front of her and she'll just eat that. And her daughter,
Yep.
who's a 3-year-old who loves bacon, is just as bad.
Yeah, I can make her a cup of gravy and she'll have it with her meal. Not on a meal, she'll just drink it. She loves it. She likes my onion gravy the best. I love onion gravy. Love it.
I mean, some people can't sort of, how do you say it without sounding callous? Like, when you talk about death, our family's very open about death, aren't we? Because Mum said things, like just before Dad died, she said, Mum, I'm going to put firecrackers in your coffin, and when we burn you in the crematorium, the whole place is going to go up.
But the good part is you're all breathing at the moment. Okay? Long time being dead. As far as the physical body, it's a long time. But while you're breathing, make the most of it. Enjoy every moment you can. And you've got these things in your life like little shitty bits, little really big, nice bits, and other little shitty bits. Well, make it your life's goal to get rid of these little shitty bits. Get rid of them.
Well, with the boiled...
And try and have a good life. Because while you're breathing is the only opportunity that you can do that
Yeah, Hannah,
on this planet.
who was it? Prince says he likes boiled bacon. Well, my mum used to get, well, we call it spack.
Hmm.
How do you describe that
It's
in
back.
English?
It's like a side part of the pig. That
So
they make.
get-
It's back.
get a-
It's thicker. It's more fattier.
Big piece of spack, and would boil it with green split peas to make a German dish called Linsen spatula, homemade noodles.
A bit like pea and ham soup.
So, depending how you boil the bacon and what you're putting with it, Hannah, because I'm not keen on boiled bacon either, but when Mum used to make that dish, I liked it. Yes, January.
Yep, January. We're going to have another grandchild, number 9.
And my guess, girl, Seed's guess is boy.
Well, yeah,
I-
we've heard
and then-
otherwise that it's not going to be a boy.
And then-
I'm sticking to my guns.
And then I said twins. Cheese and bacon envelope, puff pastry
Yum.
with a slice of bacon and a slice of cheese. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. So Print, you're going to do a video of that and we can go watch it.
There's plenty of things like in America that, well, it's not just America, but calzones, you'll know what they are. They have a lot of cheese in it.
Yeah, Hannah, it's sort of, well, it wasn't actually, well, I suppose in Australia or where, I
Hannah,
suppose you would call it a soup, I don't know.
in a YouTube search, type in pea and ham soup, followed by my channel name, Seeds to Freedom. I've got thousands of hits on it, and it's the old recipe that my great-great-great-grandmother passed down. and just in the search put pea and ham soup seeds to freedom. It'll come up.
I don't know if we'll ever get
It's a big hit with people because it's just so damn simple and yum. And I love it. I love pea and ham soup. Actually, her mum used to love it. She loved pea and ham soup.
Yes, my mum used to cook that, Jonas. I
Yep.
wouldn't eat that. I ate the cabbage and the mashed potato. I wasn't keen on the boiled bacon because it was just basically boiled.
Yeah, it's just very tender.
But when Mum used to make it with the green split peas, she'd add something else. She'd make like a roux or something.
Yeah, it's real simple. So it's finding, I did leave a message on one of the comments finding yellow split peas in America, and I put a link into it. It may still be in the comments section, because finding yellow split peas in America is apparently a little bit difficult. But you can use green split peas. The only difference is there is a slight bitterness to
Yes.
green split peas compared to the very mellow taste of yellow.
They do taste different. That's why
Yeah.
Mum used to add something in with her green peas.
But I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
in the comment section. I found online store or something like that where they could get them. We normally buy 375 grams, which is about a pound and a bit. And that's what I put in with a hock
Clint, you lost
and water.
You lost me at liver.
I used to, when I was a kid, liver and onions, yep. When I was in the UK as a boy,
Yeah, I grew up with
fried bread. And Johners know what I'm talking about. Fried bread and dripping on bread. Yum. They were treats when I was a kid. Each morning, about 4 o'clock, go down to the coal mine, push a little trolley for about 9 hours.
Yeah, you did it.
One way, and then 9 hours back the other way,
Mine
and then
just-
home for 4 hours.
Mind you, Seeds was born in 1859.
And the things they used to make little kids do, unbelievable. It's pretty simple. It's basically water, and I start mine off generally in cold water. You can have hot water if you want it. Takes 2.5 hours to gently braise the ham hock. Eventually you just take the outer skin off. People can cook that up later as crackling if you like. But then you leave it on the bone in there and just let it till it falls apart. And then I still leave the bones in there till the very end, and I take the bones out and all the dogs in the neighbourhood go mad because they want it. And then I'll put the yellow split peas in. It takes about another hour, I suppose.
And the Seeds
So it's a
doesn't-
process, but it is yum.
Seeds doesn't mind you blowing him a kiss.
Who?
I think Hannah said shoot. She meant to do a thumbs up, but she blew you a kiss.
That's right. I like you, Hannah. 1963. I can hear all those 60s songs coming up.
You're not old. Seeds.
Man, you're old.
Don't
You're so
Sids,
old, Sids.
No, you can't say that because what year was I born?
18.
Oh, go away.
You were born a year later.
Uh,
Earlier.
Earlier. Hi, Charlotte.
Hello, Charlotte, my old friend. French toast, easiest thing in the world to do. But if you're going to season anything, season the eggs. You know what I mean? I'll put a little bit of heat in there. Do it in the eggs. Mix them up. Bread. Day-old bread's best, to be honest. And olive oil and a little bit of butter. Don't muck about with just oil.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of butter. Let it just get to the
Yes.
sizzling stage. Put your, oh, yum. Goes golden. Flip it over the other side. Golden on the plate. Bit of HP.
See, we have it savoury. But while we were away, and if we had French toast,
Oh, you can
was
make it sweet. You can
had
make it sweet.
cinnamon on it, didn't it? And we weren't used to that. Cinnamon.
I think Awesome's
cinnamon.
gone off to the fridge to get the Vegemite and the bacon oil out.
We haven't sent
50
Awesome-
Shades of Awesome.
We haven't sent
movie
Awesome
coming to
Vegemite
you.
yet.
French toast. Oh, I love bread. I love bread and butter pudding, and I make a good one. The wife's like, it's okay.
No.
Oh, I love it. I
I
love
like-
bread and butter pudding.
No.
And I like the raisins in it. She doesn't like raisins.
No.
Fussy, isn't she?
I like Beepix pudding.
It's so dark. How late is it for you?
It is here.
Must be way into the night now.
My goodness, it's 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m. We better
It's been
go.
on too long.
Yeah, French toast is so easy, and if you're hungry and all you got is bread and eggs in the house, you're away. Vegemite was different. You even talk a little bit funny now, Sids, since you've had that Vegemite. You got a bit of highfalutin in your voice. The Vegemite's giving you increased brain power. I'm not saying it's a fact, but it sounds like it's working for you.
Yes, banana bread.
Do any of you make like a little fried banana thing where you get a couple of bananas, mush them up, put whatever in there, sugar if you like, honey, bit of flour, and drop them in the fry pan? Do you make things like that? Little treats? Yum.
Marmite. Ugh, no,
Tried
thank
Marmite.
you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to just head for, when someone made a roast beef dripping, which was rare when I was a kid, I'd be up at 4 in the morning to get the white stuff off the corner. Put it on a bit of fried bread.
There was never any left with my house, Dad, because it used to love that.
Yum. And whatever people tell you about fat, fat is very good for you. Your body can process fat very quickly because we were designed to do that.
Awesome's cooking bacon.
You got bacon on your mind?
What's yuck, Sids? You don't like bananas, or you don't?
Banana pancakes, Charlotte says.
You know what tastes nice is bananas and
Usually
bacon, actually.
Bacon dripping sandwich for breakfast. Oh yeah, in the pan, like when I finish cooking that bacon today, just want to get a bit of bread and butter and wipe it. Do you know what I mean? A little special sandwich. Fat is good for you, and believe it or not, your body can process an amazing amount of fat, and people get very confused when they see all these fat-free products in supermarkets. The truth is, when they take the fat out, and they can certainly do that with all these products, they can take the fat out, they put sugar in, which is an irony because sugar in large quantities converts to visceral fat in your body.
Yes.
But if you ate buckets of lard, your body can process it with ease.
Bacon, grease,
And I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a doctor, but they are facts from those people. Our bodies were designed, all of us now, I'd come back with a big, giant, fat, wild boar, and we'd eat it. Every piece of it. And 60% of that boar is fat. You know, what do Eskimos, or Inuits as they're called now, want to have more than anything? Whale blubber, whale oil, fat.
Making gravy out of any of the meat drippings after you've done a roast is the best.
No, fat's not revolting. What is revolting is the artificial products they put in to replace the flavour. Because what fat is flavour. Don't buy anything that says fat-free. Please don't. Don't use margarine, use butter. I'm not sure you can find Vegemite here. You can find Vegemite all around the world. Awesome's got some.
Awesome. Where?
Sids has got some, and she's in the United States of America. It got through security.
Did you read Awesome's comment?
No.
I do have bacon on my mind. Both boys have already taken off with all but 3 slices. I reached in to grab a slice and almost drew back a stump.
Yeah, when you cook for a long time, too, you end up with Teflon fingers. I get people email me saying, "Stop putting your fingers in the oil. You'll kill yourself." You get used to it. You really do. It's like when you hold a hot pan. It's hot. Okay.
I'm going to go in a minute.
I made those pies the other day, and those tins were red hot, and I did go ooh, ooh, ooh. But you could not have picked them up, could you? You could not have picked them up.
Pick what up?
The pie tins when they first come out of the oven.
No, I can't. No, I can't even eat food.
Yes, England does have Vegemite.
I can't.
Yeah,
But
it's an acquired taste, but in every household in Australia, well, not every, but most houses, in the morning, there's toast being cooked and Vegemite going on top of it. Every morning. Millions of pieces of it. Actually, we went to Tesco's a few times when we were over there.
And I didn't see any in there.
No, but the prices aren't that cheap, really. I suppose it's Tesco fast stores instead of big shops, but yeah, we found the prices a little bit uppity, Yeah, we're going to shoot off too.
Yep, we've got to go. Love ya.
So
Love
Austin
you
says,
more.
I like your seeds. See you tomorrow, my like friend. Now on it's morning time. You should be just ripping into the fridge with the eggs, French toast, bacon and eggs. Maybe a couple of big pork sausages. I know the Poms love their pork sausages. Bit of black pudding.
Now we've left
Poached eggs is
we
my
will
favourite.
leave everyone on a hunger note. They'll all be going to look for something to nibble on.
No matter what you do for the rest of the day and who you do it to or who you don't do it to, just remember one thing. And I'm being serious here for a moment, but before I get serious, my wife's going to say good night.
Love yous.
But whatever you do, eat bacon. Good night.
And chocolate.
Chocolate bacon, that's the go.